vegan pole. Hello, Nadia.
Hey Mike, how are you? I cannot see you.
You can't see me. Why not?
No, I can.
Okay.
Oh, you are somewhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's my screenshot saver.
I know. But
On
still
Zoom, you
good.
can do that easy, by the way.
I know how to do that. I use Zoom a lot in our real estate business, but I have never interviewed anyone. So,
Where are you from, Nadia?
Belgium. I'm from Brussels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, are you in the snow?
That's not really. I live in Toronto, okay, close to the Great Lake, Lake Ontario. So it's not the same here. Um, you go 10 miles north and they
Hmm.
have a lot of snow. Here
Okay.
we get the lake effect.
Oh, I
Nine out
see.
of 10 times, there is no snow, very little, or nothing, or a little bit. When we get hit with northwest winds and
Uh-huh.
snow from the northwest, then we're covered. But
Okay.
southeast, nothing. Right now, my lawn is green.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
okay.
January 8th, and my lawn is green.
Here, the lawns, it's weird. In North Carolina, they have lawns that become very brown during the winter. It's the type of grass that they use.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Well, it does. And then it
So,
regrows in the spring. The
yeah, it
seeds don't
regrows in
die.
the spring. Yeah.
The
Well,
roots are good.
first, yeah, I know. I've been here for 5 days ago, it was 25 years. So I have seen
Oh,
it regrow a few times.
oh, okay. So you live in South Carolina now?
In North Carolina,
In
yes.
North
Yes.
Carolina? Okay.
Yes.
So
That
you're going
is.
through all that craziness in the States with Trump and all that.
Oh, well, I support him. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
happy. So,
Well, I
um,
don't. That's my decision, no, not yours. It's okay.
we can have different opinions, and I find it normal that people have different opinions. It would be very boring if everyone thought the same way.
I agree. Okay.
So,
So
So first of
when
all, I want to thank you for jumping in so quickly after I asked for someone to help me out. So that is fabulous, and I would truly want to thank you for that.
appreciate it.
And second, as I told you in our messages, I don't want to abuse your time and your kindness. And we are going to jump into our interview. Before we do that, just a little thing. I am recording this, of course. I am going to send you in a way we will decide together. I will share this recording with you in the raw form so you can use it for your YouTube channel, for Facebook, for whatever, extract what you want. Is that okay with you?
Excellent. I appreciate that. That's exactly what I would like.
Okay, no problem. So you are Mike Joly. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, well, that's actually French. If I go
Yeah.
the French way, it's Michel Daniel Joseph Joly.
Michel
Okay.
Daniel Joseph Joly. OK.
Yeah,
C'est un joli
that's
nom?
we say vraiment joli now. I'm French Canadian from up here. My parents were from just outside of the Quebec border, so the French that I learned was Parisian. So anybody who comes from Paris or France at this area, we can converse quite well with no problem because the European French is extremely fast speaking. When they talk to you, they talk fast, especially if they talk in French and they know you understand it. So blah, 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 blah. So for
OK, I
me,
will
it's not a
refrain.
problem.
I will
You
refrain.
No, I got no problem with that. Absolutely none. But it's funny because out here we have probably Canada's bilingual, French and English, but as you go further west, the French becomes what I call Fringlish, half
Yes.
mixture of French, a half mixture of English. And they've created their own language.
Oh,
And it is hilarious because my father-in-law is from Newfoundland, and I actually tell him, I say, I don't know what you're telling me. Say it in English because I have absolutely no idea what you're saying to me. Because the language that you've created is just such a mash that it's unbelievable. Plus, Newfoundlanders have an amazing accent, which I love. Okay, the people are great, but their accent is amazing. Now, and it, it's it doesn't help if you don't understand what they're asking you.
No, of
So
course it doesn't. But accents make people so unique. I had a problem with mine for a long time, and I have decided that it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So
yeah, well, it
yeah,
is. When I get tired, my French comes out a lot. You can tell that I'm
really.
a French speaking person because of where I'm at. Everybody out here's, well, I'm actually in a French community, which is not a bad thing.
Oh, okay.
And, and there's a lot of French speaking people out here, so it's not too bad. But as you go into the city, into Toronto, the diversity is incredible. Every nationality you can imagine is here. If there's a nationality out, we have it. Okay,
Well, it's a
so
nice melting pot.
it
People
is. It's
bring
amazing.
cultures to each other.
Oh, the food is amazing. You know,
Mm.
you can go to Greek town today, Chinatown tomorrow. You can be in Italy the next week. You know, it all has everything everywhere. Okay, souvlaki, you name it, Greek, we have it. So it makes it nice out to live out here. It's a serious metropolitan. We are the largest city in Canada by far. Okay, at 7+ million people growing every year. I don't know where they're going to put people. When I moved to the house that I live in, there was a farm down the street from me where we could buy fresh eggs and vegetables, beef and pork, things like that, even chicken. Now it's a strip mall. You got to go hours to see a farm now.
Yeah, I have known that in Brussels too. When I grew up, there was a farm not far away. That farm is long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all built now, and yeah, times are changing. Times are changing, but we have to keep up with everything. And obviously, you have kept up with a lot of things because, from what I understood, you were in the trades and you changed like 180 degrees when
Well,
something happened to you. Can you talk about that?
I can. Well, was my father was in construction
Uh-huh.
pretty well all his life. So as a small boy, I was dragged with my father, come to work, come to work, come to work. And you know, back then, the TV, we had three channels, two of them
Mm,
were French, you know.
yeah.
They ended at midnight, and I mean ended at midnight. You'd
Hmm.
see a
Yeah.
screenshot of an Indian. Okay. People don't understand that, but I tell you.
Yeah, I
And
do. I do. I'm
you
not
do
that young
because of
anymore.
no, I'm still 21-ish, but you
Yeah,
know,
in my mind. But
yeah,
yeah, I know what you mean.
and so it was okay to, well, you wanted not to do that every weekend, but because you're kids, you want to go play with your friends and things like that. But as as my father being in construction, he used to drag me. Come help. You'll thank me later. He used to tell me all the time. Well, I didn't thank him too much because by 5 o'clock I'm passed out in my bowl of spaghetti or whatever it was, asleep because I've never worked so hard in my life. And he did a lot of bricklaying for me, which was uh, hard work because you'd have a bunch of people asking for bricks. So you're carrying. You got to look. I'm 10 years old, and I'm carrying blocks. The blocks are as heavy as me, and I'm carrying two at a time. And they're like, come on, bring blocks." And I put them down. They got them already up. Let's go, bricks, bricks. That's all I would hear. So as I grew older, my father branched out into multiple things in that, which kept me interested in the building trades, I guess would be the best thing. So there wasn't too much work in the little town that I was born in. You had a choice. You either worked in the gold mines or you worked in the lumber mill. I didn't work in, I tried not to work in either because if I'm going to be 1,000 feet underground, no. I went underground one time. I'll never do it again. I it's so damp and wet and muggy and dirty down there. It's unbelievable. And in the lumber yards, well, it's no easier. It's just as bad. Okay. And Timmins has where I'm from, has a way of, in the summer, it's really hot, and in the winter, it's really cold. No in between. Minus 40 degrees Celsius is normal in
Oh,
Timmins. Normal.
wow.
Okay. So I was looking at the better types of work that were available, and I saw that electricians were treated so much better than everybody else. So I said, well, how difficult can that be? Wow, was that a mistake question? I didn't realize it was a 5 year, 10,000 hour course
Oh,
that I
yeah.
had to get involved with. And I said the heck with it. So I was pretty smart in school and I was good in math. You know, I was able to get through a lot of things like that. So the requirements needed to be an electrician came easy for me. The work came easy because back then you could quit a job at 9 a.m. and at 9:15 you're working for somebody else with a raise. That's how much work was available at that time. And then I ended up leaving Timmins because there was just a couple places to work with. That was it. And I moved to Toronto, where I'm still here. I've been here since. Okay. And I got involved with electrical. And believe me, the electrical I was doing in Timmins was industrial. And in industrial, which means big uh, car pump machines,
Yeah.
fixing all kinds of motors, things of that nature, rewiring them, taking it apart, building main substations, everything. And I come to Toronto and they had a lot of little companies and a lot of big companies, but at the time I wanted to get into the union and the union had a freeze. So you had to work for smaller companies. I ended up working for a smaller company, but the advantage of working for a smaller company is you're doing it, nobody else. Okay, you don't have a crew that's designed to do one specific task. You are the crew. You adapt and you learn, and you move on from job to job because I was 22 years old and I knew everything. Don't tell me anything about the world.
Of course.
I was a typical young person with the knowledge that he didn't know about the world. And I ended up going for different companies. Well, I ended up working with one company where we did a lot of high schools. And there's a lot of things that are involved in that. But we would work all over the place. And this company was dollar driven, not safety driven, dollar driven. And at the
Mhm.
time that I started doing electrical, safety wasn't that big of a deal. It's not like it is today. Today, if you work in a corporation, safety is major. Everything is safety now.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I ended up working on a 10-foot ladder in a ceiling. What I mean by ceiling is a T-bar ceiling where they would lift a tile and you go up and you do some work, then you put the tile back in place and the ceiling's closed.
I
Okay.
see.
And when I popped the tile, a wire fell out. It was a 347-volt wire for a light, which
Oh,
is 600 volts without a neutral, and or with a neutral, sorry, and it caught the back of my arm. Well, 600 volts will
yeah.
hold you.
Yeah. You
It will
feel that.
not let go. Oh,
Yeah.
the
You,
sound
yeah.
the sound that came out of me was amazing. I don't think I've ever hit that pitch in my life. The problem is because it was a July day, it was hot as heck. I'm in the ceiling, I'm sweating. I couldn't release my arm from the wire to let go, and you feel your body getting electrocuted. And I let myself fall through the ceiling off the ladder, 10-foot ladder. I went through the ceiling, I hit the ground, and it let go because just the wire had to let go.
Yeah. Gravity.
Things of gravity helped, and I fell on the ground and I could taste sulfur in my mouth. And the doctor told me after that's your body burning from the inside out. Not, not a good thing. So the person I was working for, and I won't name names at the time, uh, was pretty upset because I broke the ceiling. Wasn't upset that I fell and got hurt. Okay, was upset that he had
Oh,
to pay somebody to come in and fix the ceiling. And I told him, holy gee, he says, well, dust yourself off and let go. I said, you don't understand. I don't feel good. I don't feel good at all. I said, he says, well, you have a choice. Get back to work or you're fired. I said, fine. I grabbed my tools. I jumped in my car, drove myself to the hospital. The doctor looked at me, and after I told him what happened, he says, so what ambulance brought you in? Because I didn't see you come in by an ambulance. He says, no, I drove myself. Your boss never called? I said, no, he told me I'm fired. That didn't work out well because at that point, WSIB gets involved, and that's a serious thing that happens. And let I put it this way, I really never had to go back to work for him if I didn't want to. I did eventually, but I could have been months. But at 22 years old, you want to work. You want to keep doing, you want to do things. You get bored at home. As time went by, I didn't realize how much damage that had done to my body. Okay, my knees were now causing problems. My back was causing problems. I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me clearly, he says, you can keep doing electrical, but you won't be able to do it for too much longer before you become a cripple. Your body will not allow you to go up and down on ladders. Your knees won't allow you. Your strength will. So I would suggest, while you're still young, and I was probably 42 years old at the time, and he says, find another field that you can do. So I said, well, holy Jesus, change careers at 42 is uh, pretty shocking, put it to that way. So I started looking around, and I ended up getting involved with a company. They were looking for a in-house electrician who basically was going to run the shop. So I never had to worry about tools. I never had to do anything. I just had the experience and the knowledge of how to do it. Being capable of doing things in school quite well, it made a difference. So I became the shop manager, or they called it at the time maintenance manager, for a very, very large company. And I had a supervisor who was not very as organized as I was. I was always pretty organized. And because he wasn't organized, he gave me what they called administrative access to the work order system. So in the morning, we would look at he would do our work orders and put them in our box, and we would take them. Here's what you got to do for the day. Go take care of it. So I would look at what was going on, and I would look at what's going on. I would take the easiest jobs for myself, though, the ones that didn't require any going up and down on ladders, things of that nature. Okay, and I would give the other guys all the rest of it. But what I did is I got wise to the system, and the building was huge, 333,000 square foot, 4 floors of the same size. Okay, almost 1,000,000 and 300,000 square feet, and it's a lot of walking. Oh my God! I mean, wow, you're going from one end to the other. And the way that my manager or my supervisor at the time was organizing it, he would bounce us back and forth, bounce all over the place. And there was 4 work orders in one area, but I'd do one. Another guy would come and do another one. Why don't you just leave me right there and get it all done? I'm already here. My tools are here. Everything's here. Don't move me around. Well, the big boss, the senior facility manager, was watching this, and I didn't notice it. And there was a problem with my supervisor. He was sick, and he was about to go on sick leave. And this is not even 3 months into me working for this company. And the senior manager came up to me and he says, "Look, I know you've already been doing this. You've been organizing it because he told me. Would you be interested in becoming an assistant facility manager?" And I did not understand what the role was, and he explained it to me. Once I became an assistant facility manager, it was like, oh my God, it tied itself into all the construction knowledge that I had. So I took a couple courses just to bring myself up to the level that I needed to be. But after that, in my opinion, that was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. I became an affiliate manager, And then 5 years later, I became a senior facility manager, where I was taking care of 38 sites at a time. I was traveling all over Canada. And I eventually got tired of that and I moved to a larger account. And now I started traveling all over the world. And business travel, people don't understand one
Oh
thing
yeah.
about business travel because
Um,
people have told me before, oh, you're so lucky, you go everywhere. Yeah, well,
yeah. You
I
go
have to.
everywhere, yes, but you don't see anything and you do not enjoy anything. I have done that for a long time too. I fully understand you. But your career is amazing because when you think about it, yes, you started young with your dad, 10 years old, and moving bricks around, and then going wanting to become an electrician, which my husband is an electrical engineer, so I know what it entails. Not that I touch a wire,
No, no,
don't
no.
misunderstand me, but I see what he does, and we have a real estate investment company too, so I see it on a regular basis. And then finding a way to be um, productive, although you were young. There are young people who would actually turn their life into something terrible because they have nothing to do. But you decided that you were going to make someone of yourself and continue your career, which is absolutely amazing. That, I salute you for that, especially the young you, because we don't, when we are young, we don't always have that wisdom. But it also proves that even when you are a little older, you can restart something new. You can work on yourself. Because you said, I was 42 years old and restarting a career. You can always reinvent yourself. That is something
Yes.
I want the people to understand all the time. Whatever you put your mind on, you can achieve. And you decided to do that. That is fabulous. But what brought you to do affiliate marketing in, because that's far away from electrical?
It is, and it's far away from affiliate marketing, not affiliate marketing, but facility management as
Yeah.
well. What ended up bringing me there is I turned 55 and I realized I can't retire at 65 because I will not have the income I need to sustain. I have three children, two wives. One of my wives passed on. Okay, and
Sorry.
the second wife, we're still together. We've been together forever. Like, it was a great marriage between the both of us. It just worked out perfectly. And my first marriage ended up in a nasty divorce that cost me pretty well everything. And I did real estate investing. I owned apartment buildings. I owned a lot of things, and I ended up losing pretty well everything. So I know what it is to go from rags to riches back to rags. Okay, and because of my go-getter, never quit attitude, I'm always going to be able to survive. My children, even my kids today, tell me, "I said, Jesus, that you just don't stop. There is no stopping. You have a set goal and you do it." And I like that because that's what I want them to know. I ended up looking at other ways to make an income. And I tried affiliate marketing. I've been doing affiliate marketing for over 10 years. I've been investing in other people's profits, not mine. I've been giving other gurus my money and not getting the
Results.
knowledge needed or the help required to go forward until I got involved with OLSP. And at that point, things started to change. Okay. The last year and a bit, I've been doing just this system, OLSP alone, and I'm starting to see a major change. I turned 65 last year and I was able to retire. I'm fully retired. I work from home full time now, and I don't work from home. I do affiliate marketing from home full time, and I don't worry about anything. I make enough money to sustain because old age pension in Canada Let's not even discuss it because it's below poverty.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when you're used to making six figures plus a year and you drop down to less than 30,000 a year, well, not $18,000 a year is
It's
what they
painful.
give.
It's painful.
It's pitiful.
Yeah.
Okay. And they tax you on that. That's the worst. So I had to find a way to be able to increase the money I'm getting to be able to live. If not, I'd still be working. They call me, they want me to come back as a consultant. And I'm just, oh, thank you. I'm good. Okay. And as that started, the knowledge that I participated ended up opening avenues that I wasn't aware of with affiliate
Yeah.
marketing. Okay, I was able to make money, yes, but now I'm realizing, and if you look, you'll find my videos all over the place. I have people actually asking me questions. Can you help me? So that turns into another income. I now end up helping coaching people. Okay, so now I'm sitting there, and these people are going, well, you know how to do it. We don't. Can you assist us? Sure, I can assist you. I didn't realize there was a good income to be made from that. But it's not just the income now. And the income was primarily the focus and the reason behind it. Now I want to help everybody. I want to help people who are struggling, who are stuck, who are looking to actually do the work and do it. And I continuously will go out of my way to help them. If you want me to do the work, I'm not going to do it for you. But if you want to help yourself and do the work, it works out that. Okay. And this helping everybody is a completely new thing that most people are not used to. They're used to the gurus only taking your money. I have a site, I have a Facebook group. Everything in there is free. Everything. I
That is
give them
also, yeah, something nice with OLSP, the helponomics. We help each other, we support each other. This testament to that, we are talking right now, helping each other.
100%.
Uh, yeah. And I you may disagree with me and feel free to say it if you disagree. But I think that people who want to become affiliate marketers don't realize first the skills. They don't know what they don't know. First
True.
of all, they have been promised a lot of things that nobody can keep. Those promises are impossible to keep. They don't realize the possibilities. Like you just said, you start affiliate marketing, but then you coach, then you have groups, and then you help people. And because you help them, you have other possibilities of other opportunities for income. And when people start to realize all that, then they fully engage. But the first, I would say maybe first 2 or 3 years of affiliate marketing must be dedicated to learn the basics. Do you agree with that?
100%. If you don't understand the basics, you won't understand the why. And what I mean by the why is, why would you put all this time into doing this to get that? The big thing that Wayne pushes us, because I am part of his elite group, and he pushes build your audience. And I'm like, I don't want to build audience. I want to build cash. No, 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 no. Build your audience will eventually build your cash. And I didn't know that. I'm like, oh, okay. What do you mean? Like right now, I have a guy that's been chomping at the bits for me to help him out. Okay. And I told him, I said, I have an interview at 10, and when it's done, it's done. Until then, we are not going to be able to continue. I just saw a message. Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Well, when
I
we're
promise
here,
not to take too long of your time.
you have all the time in the world. Don't worry about it. So now what ends up happening is when I'm done with this, I'll help him up. Okay. And I'll go with him. I says, okay, let's do this. Because he's been following a strategy that was implemented by Wayne to me a while back. And what I done is I used that strategy for him. And he's starting to see results now.
That is fabulous.
Okay, so he made his third sale, and he's looking at me going, okay, okay, now what? Now what? Okay. And now I can see the excitement. And
Yeah.
he told me, he says, I've been involved with other people. And he called me a guru. I said, I'm no guru. Far from it. I'm an affiliate marketer like you. I said, I just have more experience in it than you do. Okay. And I was fortunate that I've encountered this system that's helping us out big time. I said, you just have to continue doing it. I said, I'm Mike. I'm not a guru. I have knowledge. Yes. I can help you. Yes. If you don't do the work, I can't help you. If you do the work, we'll be able to do it. Okay. So I set a goal for myself with by at least trying to help 10 people in the next 6 months to achieve some kind of success. That, believe it or not, is a hard goal. It's not a
It
simple
is.
goal. Okay. Because to have 10 people who really are interested in doing the business and are willing to do step by step what you show them, because I'm not charging anybody to coach. I could, but I'm not charging. I told them, no, I'm not charging you a thing, but follow what I'm saying to you and you will succeed. And these 10 people that I'm trying to achieve to bring to a level, and I call it my success story, is if I can bring 10 people to be successful, well, then I've achieved my goal. Okay.
Yeah. At a certain
And
point, it's not for the money anymore because your business is running, but it's also the the feeling, the satisfaction of knowing that you have helped people and that you have a purpose for all this.
there you
Money
go.
is important.
Always.
Yes, of course. Uh, when people say money doesn't bring you happiness, no, but it's a part of it. Let's face it.
Well, it helps pay the bills. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you can't pay your bills, you're not especially happy.
No, I can
But
choose my happiness.
yeah, exactly. And this is something absolutely fabulous in what we do with OLSP. We help people, but to become a coach and to help people like you do, you must have one of those unique traits that just you. What would define you? What would be that trait that you have compared to other coaches? Because there are tons of good coaches, but sometimes it clicks better with one person or the other because you have your personality, you have that trait. Which one is it for you?
For me, because I'm
Yes.
older, because a lot of these new coaches are young coaches that come out and they give you their information. I'm older, so I can portray that I'm able to do certain things. A lot of people can't believe I'm 65, but I am, believe me. My body feels like it's 70, but yeah, it's that way. Plus, I'm not scared to talk. I will talk and talk and talk. That's my problem. I've been told I ramble. I can talk for hours. So I have to slow down.
Give me a little bit. I don't like talking that much.
You don't like talking. If
No,
I have
so
a
give me a
topic that I
little bit.
like, well, just feel normal though. You gotta feel that it has to be natural. I've perfect example. You're doing a video now. Okay. When's the last time? When did you think you'd ever be doing a video would be a great question. To sit down, knowing that this is going to go in front of millions of people out there. Okay. Your face is now going to go out there and they're going to be looking at you going, what is she doing? Why is she asking? Why didn't she ask? Why didn't? Why that? Why this? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you make. It doesn't matter what you're doing. I started doing videos, and my first video, oh my God, I must have done 30 takes before I allowed a video to go out.
I know that
At
feeling.
least, at least 30 takes, if not more. I wish I would have kept
Yeah,
them all. I did.
I
I kept
know.
deleting.
I know.
Had
And
I
you always think that
understood,
it's never good. And in the end, it's your
it's great.
message that,
It
yeah,
is.
it's your message that's important.
So
Talking about
now,
mistakes,
yes,
um, I don't want to insult you and don't take it that way. But we all make mistakes in any business, in any endeavor we start. What is a mistake you made, or the mistake you made, that has taught you something very valuable from the beginning, or even within 10 years or whatever? What is that thing that you did and you wish other people wouldn't do because they're listening to you?
My biggest mistake is I trusted the wrong people.
Oh,
I let people tell me without me doing the proper research.
okay.
Okay. I got involved with, I will say, gurus who basically told me, buy this, you need this, you need this. And I would never question it. I would buy it. So I would have $300 a month worth of subscription fees that the only person who was benefiting from was the guru who sold it to me.
Exactly.
Okay. I used to ask him, I said, I have never used this specific tool that's costing me $129 a month.
Yeah.
Why am I using this tool? He says, don't worry, it's coming. You'll use it soon. Well, why didn't I buy it when I needed it? I've given you 6 months of $129 a month when I'm not ready for it. And
Yeah.
he says, you'll be ready, it's coming, we're almost there. And then would give you only little snippets. So if you're going to give me little snippets, I'm not interested in working with you. So I tell my people, because I've made a ton of mistakes in my time. But trust is a number one goal. If I can't trust you, I don't want to work with you. If you're trying to sell me something, I don't want to work with you. Okay. If you're trying, like a perfect example, you either stay on the course or you become a consumer. A consumer buys everything he sees. I am not a consumer anymore. Far from it. I have people all the time trying to sell me their program. Okay, I had a guy this morning try to sell me his program. And I explained to them, no, it's a good program. I'll always listen to you, but I'm staying the course. This is where I'm going.
Yeah. I totally get. This morning I had to deflect one of those two.
Yeah.
It's and I'm always very polite. I'm always say thank you for thinking of me, and I
Yeah.
understand. And but
And
I fully understand what you are saying, because it's kind of the shiny object syndrome. You
yeah,
think it's gonna get better if you just have that thing in your toolbox, and actually, it's not a toolbox. It becomes the shed in the back of your yard. Uh,
with the piles of garbage that you're never going to use.
exactly,
When you have
exactly.
people who do that to you and you say you're super polite at the end, add to your message. If at any time you feel you may need some help, please think about me. I'll help you. Okay. And all you've done now is because some people get snarky and that, don't tell me this. No, I don't. No, be nice. You don't have to be bad. But if you tell them this, and I've had people actually send me a message. Remember when you said to me that you'd be able to help me? Can you? Depends. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what you're looking for. Explain to me what's going on. And that's the big thing. People don't listen anymore. Okay.
Very true.
Explain your pain to me. What is it that you're looking to do? And let me see what I can do to help you. Now I'm not looking at it the same way. And Wayne has a amazing way of saying this. You're going to have an aha moment at one point or another. And when you get that, you'll understand what I'm going at. When I do work with people now, I tell them there'll be a time when you're going to get this aha moment. And you're going to understand why I'm showing you how to do it this way. And I've had multiple aha moments in the last year working with my coach, Wayne. And he has showed me a new light to everything that I was doing, how I was doing. Am I tech savvy? Oh, I'm the least tech savvy out there. All right. Thank God my oldest son, who still lives with us, I call him tech support. Okay. It's like, Joshua, what the heck did I do here? And he'll look and within seconds, he's done.
And
So
tech is not the cup of tea of everyone. I happen
no,
to love tech, but some people don't and are better at other things. Well, use your qualities and your strength. And yes, you can work a little bit on your uh, flaws or your shortcomings, but cultivate what you can do.
yes, and
Cultivate
learn
what
from
you
it.
can do. Yeah,
Learn
absolutely.
from it. Okay, so
Learn and get to know yourself. That was one of the principles that we learned in school, one of the first ones that we learned in school in Greek and Latin.
yep. Uh,
Now, that's all good advice, but what would be the number one advice you would give to someone who starts in affiliate marketing? The number one. We'll finish on that nice note, but I want to know your best advice.
well, what I would suggest is before signing, do your research. Research the company that you're looking at. Okay. Whoever sent you a link to some specific group, click on it. Don't be scared to click on this link to identify what they're doing. If they're asking you send money to, if it has anything to do with third world countries, don't get involved. If it's got anything to do with cryptocurrency, stay away. Just
Yeah, look
research
at
the
the red
company.
flags and the green flags.
Once you research the company, now let's go to real testimonials. Go to their members section. Okay. Go to the first. I don't go to the ones that have been there 3, 4, 5 years. Not a chance. I go to the ones that have been there 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months. So from beginner to about 4 months, I will send them a message if it's allowed. Sometimes it's not allowed. So what I will do is I will send them a message via DM. Hey, I'm interested in getting involved with this company. Okay. Is there something you're not happy with? Are you happy with everything that they do? How's the support? Ask a few questions. Okay. If they all come back and tell you everything is fantastic, that's a red
Yeah,
flag.
where is perfection, right?
Yeah, exactly. To me, that's a red flag. But 90% of the time, you'll get, it's really hard to get going. And they're all making 10,000 a month already. Okay,
Wow,
like wow,
those are good
wow.
people.
I
Wow,
said that this is
that's
an amazing system.
yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Can you show me your results? We're told not to show you the results. If I'm making $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month or $50,000 a month, I'll be happy to post them to prove to you that this works well. Okay. You do that when you achieve it. They say it fake it till you make it. No, no, no. Not in affiliate marketing. You have to do the work to get to it. And once you get to it, you'll understand. You need to become the producer, not the consumer. Stay away from shiny objects. Don't buy everything that goes on. The only shiny objects I buy now refer, are part of what I need to enhance the business I've already created. That's it. Nothing else. And there's some of them that I'm sorry, but I'm not techy enough to be able to make that work. So I can't do it.
And that's again going back to knowing yourself and knowing what you can do, what you cannot do. And, and your business works anyway. So I think that was incredibly full of wisdom.
I
That was
appreciate it.
incredibly useful. And I thank you so much, Mike, for having shared your story with us, your golden nuggets. Uh, so in such a vulnerable way. I truly thank you for that. And I hope we will have, well, I'm sure we will have
Oh yeah.
other opportunities to talk because we are in contact on a regular basis. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for inviting me, Nadia, and I will be available if you need another call.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
We will see each other soon. Thank you so
Well,
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.